the ends, bowling with great.
Yeah, we see two slips right into the 23rd over here. Now that slip field has moved slightly to the gully position, but still a very attacking field nevertheless set by Nepal over here. And Sunil over here, anything outside of off, the batsmen are very content to let it go to the keeper. I think the plan over here from Nepal is to bat out 50 overs. When that is the situation, what is the plan from the bowler? Because I'm sure they don't want to just bowl 300 deliveries outside off stump over here, Nepal. They want to pick up 10 wickets.
Definitely, they'll have to look at just 4 good balls, which means constantly moving the field around, creating doubts in the batter's mind. The biggest enemy for a batter is their doubt or tentativeness. And as a bowling team, you need to create that at times. Maybe have a short leg catching, or have a deep square leg and bring in a Yorker. So you'll have to have a bag full of tricks. And I'm sure the Nepal bowlers are going all out in terms of their variations. And they definitely want to wrap this innings up as early as possible. Both the pacers, Akash and Hemant, have been very impressive.
I think a silly short leg or a silly leg is definitely a good plan over here, because it doesn't look like these batters are going to be able to pull the ball with fluency. So definitely test them out a little bit with the shorter deliveries. A little bit of change of plan rather than just bowling outside the off-stump channel and the Iranian batsman just leaving it all the way to the keeper. This time, Akash has been called for a no ball. He overstepped.
Trying to get that extra yard, extra pace to get through the batter here, Akash. And in the process, overstepping. A good opportunity for Iran here to get a boundary or a 6 in terms of some momentum, considering the Nepal bowlers have been very miserly in terms of giving away boundaries and loose deliveries.
So a free hit coming up over here for Nepal, for Iran rather, and let's see if they can make use of this one. Akash Chand running in, free hit for Iran.
Smashes it, but straight down to the long on fielder. Just a single. Another missed opportunity for Iran, and Nepal have been very formidable in putting the free hits away today. I think they scored about 4 sixers in around 6 or 7 free hits that they got in the first innings earlier when they batted. And all clean hits. There were no wild swings. That was very matured from the batsman's perspective, where you usually have the tendency to swing wild for a free hit. Rather, they saw the ball and played according to the ball's merit. Excellent ball pitched up, takes the edge. No, just a beat in, but the keeper fumbles, results in 1 by. Iran will take them no matter what, as many runs as they can get from here.
Sabir Ibrahimpur has really mounted a solid defense over here, 8 of 29 balls, but obviously it's not going to be enough for them to win the match. But Iran has to take the small wins over here. If they're able to bat out 50 overs today, that's something they would have already done better than Nepal, because Nepal was not able to bat out their 50 overs. Obviously there's a long way to go still. 28 more overs to be bowled, and Nepal in full control of this game.
Change in field, deep square leg goes in, seems like a bouncer plan, or a
fine leg is already deep, so I think he's setting him up for a bouncer. Or you can just take that kind of field and keep on bowling full, keep the batsman guessing.
Yeah, that's what he did there, tried to fox the batter. Overthrows resulting in an extra 2 runs on the board.
The question over here is, Sunil, and as that over ends, Iran now 73 for 6. The question is that if you have a fine leg deep over there and a deep square leg fielder, if you test him with the short delivery, are the balls really going to reach that far? Because these batsmen are not looking very fluent at the moment. Maybe you need to be a little bit inside the boundary line.
Yeah, absolutely. It's usually 5 yards from the boundary line. When you field on the boundary, it's not always on the boundary. You come 5 yards in so that you can save the twos as well. And as you mentioned, these batters don't have the intent to pull right now. So that bouncer ploy was just to kind of distract the batter. And maybe they would sneak in a Yorker or so, even with the field back. They're just trying to play with the batter's mind here.
Hemant once again is going to continue over here with his right arm fast. Definitely at this level, Hemant is bowling with a lot of pace.
Again, excellent channels here from Hemant. Keeping the slip and the gully in play. Four fielders, square of the wicket, behind the wicket, two slip, gully, backward point, and the third man. Considering the pace at which he's bowling, you're going to see balls fly behind the wicket more often than not. A fine leg shot mid wicket and a mid on the onside. Mid off and covers in front of the wicket on the offside.
I think Hemant has to target for the stumps over here because the batters are not showing any intent to go for big shots. And if he keeps on bowling stump to stump, there's going to be situations where the batters are going to miss out and he's going to hit Hemant. I think there is really no need to ball short or ball outside off stump. I think the game is simple from here. Just ball wicket to wicket, ball stumps to stump. The target is anyway at the moment out of the reach of Nepal, and it also doesn't look like Nepal is going for that target. I think Nepal is out here to play 50 overs. Sorry, pardon me. I'm talking about Iran batting over here. Iran is out here to play out their 50 overs. They're not showing any intent.
As a bowling unit, you need to understand that if you're not going to bowl on stump line, two dismissals are straight away gone out of your window, the bold and the LBW. So it's best that you stick to stump line. I think that's an excellent suggestion, Umair, that keep stump line, keep these two wicket-taking options very much in play, and of course, odd balls that you're going to bowl outside, you still have two catchers for that option too.
Once again,
That takes an edge between the keeper and first slip, races away to the boundary.
Sunil, I think...
Oh my God, sorry, my bad. It's hit the stumps. In fact, he missed it.
It looked like from here, because the commentary box is on the side angle, it looked like he might have edged that for four. But that struck the stumps. He's bowled him.
Uber, I think he listened to your suggestion on keeping it on stump line and paid the benefit of it. Excellent over from Hemant, rattling the timber.
This is exactly what we were talking about a moment ago, Sunil, that they need to keep it full and wicket to wicket over here. That's the only way they're going to pick up wickets. There's no reason. The Iranian batsmen did not look like they wanted to play any shot to any delivery that was outside of off. So definitely the right plan over here from Hemant. That is what was needed, and Hemant will be very happy to pick up his first wicket in this game.
Iran loses 7th wicket, 74 for 7 at the end of 23.4 overs.
Just to set the context of this tournament for a lot of our viewers, this is the ACC Under-19 Premier Cup. 16 teams are competing in this ACC Under-19 Premier Cup, and the winner, the runner-up, and the third place team is going to play in the Asia Cup that is supposed to be held in Pakistan in December. So Pakistan, India, Sri Lanka, Afghanistan, and Bangladesh have already qualified for that tournament, and 3 teams from here are going to join those 5 nations to play in the Asia Cup. So that's what's up for grab over here for Nepal, as Hemant runs in once again with a lot of pace.
Excellent stump line again for the new batter. He's mixing it up really well now, keeping more deliveries on stump line, having the bold and LBW very much in play. I would definitely like to see another slip in here, Omer. With the way Hemant has been bowling, his line's been so consistent. 2 slips in a gully would really help his cause, picking up another wicket. again probing the batter in the channel of uncertainty. Excellent over from Hemant. Picked up his first wicket, a well-deserved one. Outstanding spell this. Akash and Hemant have come back in their second spell, been very consistent, hitting the deck hard.
For those of you who might be wondering why is Nepal playing in this series at all, the reason for that is that it depends on the world ranking of the senior team, I believe. And at the moment, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Afghanistan are all ranked higher than Nepal in one-day internationals, and therefore the under-19 teams automatically qualify for the Asia Cup. Nepal has to take this route as they are lower than those five nations, and we hope that Nepal will continue to climb up in the world ranking as they are an excellent side. But at the moment, they have to take the qualifying route. However, strong favorites in this qualifiers, Nepal.
Change in bowling. Dipesh comes back into the attack. Akash takes a break. Excellent start straight away. A loud LBW appeal, but the umpire is not interested. The Nepal bowlers have been spot on today, both in their first and second spells, have been very consistent and given very little away to the Iranian batters.
Yeah, and it's going to be a great opportunity for Nepal to qualify from here because they're going to get at least 3 games against strong nations like Pakistan, India, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, or Sri Lanka if they qualify, which the strong favorites do so. And looking at this team over here, Sunil, definitely they have the ability to pull up upsets against those big nations as well.
Absolutely. They seem a very, very well balanced and well rounded side. We saw some quality batting earlier this morning, and they have been mighty impressive on the field with their quality, pace, and spin attack. I don't think the moment there is a gap in this team, they seem to be fielding well. They have a very good pace attack. They seem to have formidable spin attack, and the quality of their batsmanship and their attacking intent, they are going to be certainly making a mark.
Yeah, what's also important to note is that the pitches in Pakistan definitely seem to favor batsmen. They're pristine batting pitches. A lot of people joke about how Pakistani tracks are like highways, are like highway tracks. You will see test matches being played deep into the 5th day, one-day internationals, 350, 360s being scored and chased down. And as we talk about that, there was a bit of an appeal over here, Dipesh Kandel, but that was probably way down leg side. So end of the 25th over, Iran 74 for 7. So coming back to that point in Pakistan, pristine batting pitches. And what we saw from Nepal today, there was certainly a very impressive batting display at 353. They were not able to bat out their 50 overs, but that's the kind of experience that these guys are going to learn from. And definitely a team with, on those batting pitches, having the kind of spinners that they have, the slow left armers that are going to bowl from a low angle, are exactly the kind of bowlers that can actually pick up wickets on those kind of tracks. So definitely a team that you're going to have to look out for in that Asia Cup in Pakistan.
Excellent start again this. Very, very impressive line and length. This. Coming to your point, Umair, yes, basically cricket pitches can only be of 3 types. A, it can favor the pacers with a tinge of grass. B, which is a complete flat out pitch which favors the batter. C, it could be a turner, slow turner that could help the spinners. And I think Nepal have all their bases covered. They have good attacking batters, technically sound batters as well, and a very formidable pace attack and quality spin attack. What we have seen so far been mighty impressive.
And I think this ACC Asia Cup is also important because it's always nice to win something. So for the associate nations that are below the top 5 ranks in Asia, this is an opportunity to win a tournament. Winning the Asia Cup is going to be a long stretch for Nepal, but winning this tournament, they are favorites over here. So it's always nice to win cups. It's always nice to win tournaments. It's always nice for the confidence of these youngsters to lift trophies. See Hemant running in. Once again, a lot of pace being generated by Hemant. You have to be out here to see how fast he's bowling.
There's an adage in team sports, Umair, that individuals win matches, teams win championships. And as we talked earlier today, the name of the game is confidence. As an individual, whether you're a batter, bowler, or as a team collectively, you having the habit of winning matches and winning tournaments is always handy.
Yeah, it's going to come down to a couple of teams in this tournament for vying for that championship. We'll come to that in a second as we watch this delivery from Hemant. Hemant bowling with a lot of pace over here, troubling the batsman.
Gone! That was a bad leave. This is a result for Hemant's hard work and consistent effort, probing the batter on and around the off stump, cleaning it up.
That's a dream delivery for a coach, Sunil. Just hitting near the top of the off stump. And a hint of in-swing from Hemant.
And Iran lose their 8th wicket in a spot of bother.
Going back to our earlier point as well, talking about Nepal and winning championships, I think it's very important for teams like Nepal to actually lift some trophies, because only if you win the ACC Premier Cup, you will know the feeling of what it feels like to win a championship. Only then you can go ahead and compete for Asia Cup. Back in the day, we used to have the ICC Intercontinental Cup, and that was it. The associate nations didn't really used to have an opportunity to win anything else. So, a great initiative, as we have talked about throughout the day by ACC, to have these tournaments, have something to Nepal to lift. And I think it's going to come down to a few favorites. It's between Nepal, UAE, Hong Kong, and Malaysia with the outside chance. They're going to have to play out of their skins to give a good battle to Nepal and UAE. But Nepal and UAE, for all intents and purposes, are, I think, the main favorites to play the final of this tournament.
Yeah, and what separates these teams are the number of matches they play right through the year. If you see, certain countries have the privileged advantage to play a lot of matches, whereas most of the associate nations are match deprived. And having said that, this is a tremendous initiative by ACC. And if you look at the cricket map, ACC has constantly evolved and created more and more teams in the region, playing in the World Cup. So that is truly commendable.
Hemant will be looking to pick up another one over here.
Played on a miss. How close was that to the edge? It's been too good for the top order, and you can only imagine how difficult it's going to get for the lower order batter to face someone in like Hemant, who is in top of his form and rhythm in this spell. Hanzele, the new batter, left-handed option for Iran. They really need to stitch some partnership and look to go past and get into the 3-figure mark.
That's in the air, and that's going to run past the slip fielder. And what's funny about that one, Sunil, is that they have had 2 slips all day. And when the number 10 batsmen come out, they've taken away the second slip. So that would have been gone for all money if there was a second slip in.
We were just discussing about having 2 slips in a gully, especially because of the quality of channel, the areas that Hemant has been bowling in this spell. That could have been another well-deserving wicket for him. Nevertheless, it's 75 for 8 at the end of 26 overs.
Yeah, 26 overs gone. Iran 74 for 8. This game all but over. Nepal needing just 2 more wickets to wrap this one up. They'll be looking to do that in quick succession.
Nepal 2 good balls away from winning this game.
So Milan is going to continue. Milan, the slow left armer, going around for the left armer.
Excellent start once again. What has been very impressive with the Nepal bowlers is every time there's a change in bowling, we didn't see any warm-up balls from the bowlers. They've been on the spots from ball one, whatever spell they've been bowling. That's truly commendable. That's excellent control and a very good fielding change. Second slip coming up as he's using the left arm around the wicket's angle for the left-hander and trying to entice an edge.
Milan has been the only bowler who's been wicketless today from the Nepali side, so the captain trying to give him a bit of confidence as well. Letting him bowl at the tail enders to pick up a wicket, and that's excellent bowling from Milan. There are two slips in place. He's bowling wicket to wicket. He's hoping that the batsman misses and he picks up a wicket over here.
All three balls have been spot on. Tough to negotiate for the batters, especially the lower order batters. They're still looking to put up a fight here, but the Nepal bowlers have been fabulous right through the day. Both the pacers and spinners not giving anything away. Been a clinical bowling performance so far by Nepal.
Once again, to remind our viewers, this match being played at the beautiful UKM Oval, University Kebangsaan Malaysia, from Malaysia.
A rare full pitch delivery that not put away, the batter not capitalizing on that, straight to the extra cover fielder for no run.
There are 3 stadiums in Malaysia that are going to be used for this tournament. We'll come back to that after this delivery and an appeal, and that's probably pitching outside of leg, nothing there, just an appeal from Milan, who's been wicketless so far. 3 stadiums in Malaysia will be in use during this ACC Premier Cup Under 19.
Sloppy effort. That was a lazy effort. The bowler and the captain's not going to be happy with that. 1 run conceded. End of the over. Iran 76 for 8 at the end of 27 overs.
So we'll be using 3 stadiums for this ACC Under 19 Premier Cup over here in Malaysia. The UKM YSD Oval over here today that has been used at the National University of Malaysia, the University Kebangsaan Malaysia, and the beautiful sports complex is hosting this game today. Biomass Oval, for all intents and purposes, the national stadium for cricket of Malaysia, the main stadium over here. Beautiful outfield over there. A lot of value for runs, a lot of value for batsmen to bat over there with the beautiful and pristine outfield. And another game being played, another stadium in use is the Johor Cricket Stadium in Johor, which is a different city, because these 2 stadiums would be construed within the KL, the Greater Kuala Lumpur area. So 2 cities, 3 stadiums in use for the ACC Under 19 Premier Cup. And that one just glanced away to the fine leg region. And just to talk about, once again, for those of you who have just joined us, there's 16 teams that are playing in this tournament with 4 groups. And with this group, it's going to be, this is the first game between Nepal and Iran, which looks like Nepal is going to walk away with a clear win over here. The other 2 teams in this group are going to be Saudi Arabia and Bahrain. The winner of this group is going to play the winner of Group D in the semi-final, which we'll come back to in a second after this delivery. Hemant continuing to bowl with express pace. So Group D is made up of Hong Kong, Malaysia, Japan, and Indonesia. Most likely that group is going to be a competition between Hong Kong and Malaysia to see who finishes on top place. So that's going to be an all-important game. And then the Group Bs and Group Cs comprising of UAE, Oman, Qatar, and China in Group B, and Singapore, Kuwait, Thailand, and Maldives in Group C. Once again, Hemant appealing over here. There's a big appeal, but the umpire not looking interested.
Full pitch right on the pads, but the umpire is not interested. Hemant is mixing it up well in terms of line, varying it, keeping it outside off stump, and then trying to get into the stump line, searching for his 3rd wicket. And this has been a fantastic spell from Hemant.
It really has, and he was hit away for a few runs early on by Amir Khorsand, which he was really not happy about. He responded with a couple of bounces, but since then he's been nothing less than impressive. Once again, Hemant, the pace is on offer is what's been impressive from Hemant, and definitely an international level cricketer already, Hemant. And coming back to the scheme of this tournament, I think Nepal clear favorites in this group. Nepal clear favorites in this group are going to play the winners of Group D, which is going to be between Hong Kong and Malaysia. Hong Kong slight favorites, possibly, but Malaysian team on the rise. Malaysian team with an impressive showing in the Asian Games recently. Sunil, did you manage to catch Malaysia's quarterfinal in the Asian Games?
I didn't get to see, but yes, I was following their progress, and they have also been quite a strong climbing team in the associate nations, so to say. They've been playing a lot of series. Malaysian cricket has been very, very active in organizing quadrangular and bilaterals. So they play tournaments right through the year, and some very young enterprising cricketers like Virendip. I'm a fan of his top-notch attacking opening batter from Malaysia.
Heartbreak there for Malaysia in the Asian Games as they needed only 6 runs of 11 balls against Bangladesh, but in the end falling short by 2 runs. So impressive bowling here from Nepal to end this over. Hemant Dhami, out of his 7 overs, he's given away 19 runs for a return of 2 wickets. So 28 overs gone now. Iran 77 for 8. Coming back to that Asian Games over there, Malaysia making it to the quarterfinal with ease, beating Singapore in their group stage games and beating Japan as well. And then in the quarterfinal, they came so close, Sunil. They needed 6 runs, more of 11 deliveries, and somehow fell short. Malaysia almost managing to qualify, set a date against India in the semi-finals over there.
That would have been an incredible experience. Imagine being in the same park as the likes of Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. But make no mistake, there's one point here that the Asian Games is such a formidable performance by Malaysia. Why? Because there are no expats allowed to participate.
Yes, definitely grassroots crickets from Malaysia has come up incredibly so, and local talent on display, born and bred up in Malaysia. Virendip Singh, as you mentioned, a star player from Malaysia. Virendip also plays in the Nepal T20 League. Come back to that in a second.
Change in bowling, spin being brought back. Subhash Bhandari, it is.
Subhash Bhandari continuing. I think they're going for the off spinner against the left hand option. Nepal batting earlier and getting 353 out of their 40.1 overs. Not managing to bat out 50 overs. But an impressive display nevertheless, at one point looking set to get 400 plus. But falling short in the end. But an equally impressive bowling performance here from Nepal. Having Iran struggling at 77 for 8.
Again, a very attacking field set, and the point that we were making earlier, any changes in bowling, the new bowler comes in and they've been very consistent. We've never seen a warm-up delivery like a short ball or a wide ball or a full toss or a close ball. I think the control that the Nepal bowlers, both the spinners and pacers, have showcased has been simply superb today.
Absolutely, Nepal impressive as ever. And going back to that Asian Games that just recently concluded.
Cuts fine, beats the short point. That's poor running. That should have been a couple. Managed just 1 run in the end.
Nepal would have felt really unlucky in those Asian Games because they broke all kinds of world records against Mongolia in the group stages. But unfortunately, in the quarterfinals, set up a date against India. And India, with the likes of Ruturaj Gaikwad, who has played for India, Ravi Bishnoi, who's also represented India at the senior level, a couple of big names in the Indian lineups, unfortunately not able to come up victorious against them, and unfortunately not even able to finish the game because that game got rained out. And as the rules stand, in Asian Games, the higher seeded team goes through to the next round. So that was the end of Nepal's journey in the Asian Games, the recently concluded Asian Games. But a performance to be proud of, nevertheless, for Nepal. there was some excellent performances from them in the group stages at least.
It's all about learning, right? You play different opponents, you play different conditions, you play on different pitches, and that's how they get better and better. And I'm sure the players who played are going to come back richer with a lot of experience, not just playing, but just interacting with players from Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, India. I think would have been huge learning for them.
Yeah, for me, I always felt in that tournament, Sunil, that if Nepal played any one of the other teams apart from India in the quarterfinal, they would have probably won. Because Nepal was playing a very, very strong team with the likes of Karan Kesi, Sandeep Lamichane, Arif Sheikh. And he's gone. Against the run of play over here. But Dipesh Kandel, pardon me, has picked up his third one. And how about this bowling performance? Let's have a look at this replay over here from Dipesh. Just taking the top edge, diving forward and taking a catch, making no mistake. Very well done by Dipesh. And how about this bowling performance from him? He's bowled 6.3 overs, only given away 4 runs and picked up 3 wickets. So this has been an absolutely immaculate performance from Dipesh Kandel. He's been very, very difficult to contend with, and he's going to be a player to watch out for in this series for Nepal, because the kind of angle that he bowls from and the kind of variety that he possesses, any team on their day is going to find him very difficult to put him away.
Yeah, you rightly said it, Umesh. The first ball and the second ball, so much of difference in trajectory and speed that undid the batter. The first one was a flattish, good length delivery, but the second one was looped, enticing the batter to go for the drive, and a simple return catch in the end. Iran lose their ninth wicket, 78 for 9.
So we're just about coming to the end of this game. Nepal needing just one more wicket to win this game.
Almost got the edge there, played on a miss again. End of another successful over for Nepal. Dipesh picks up his third wicket. 78 for 9 at the end of 30 overs. Bash continuing his spell. Take outside edge. Beats the third man fielder. Should be a couple. No, they're content with the single. Excellent recovery from the fielder. Restricts it to just 1 run.
So, once again, Subhash Bhandari continuing with his off spinners against the left-hander. Nepal looking to finish this game off with 1 more wicket over here and seal this win.
Inside it, straight to short square leg, no run on that occasion. Subhash has been very, very impressive, been very consistent in bowling to the fields along with the other two spinners.
Nepal, he's got him! That's the end of the game.
Cleans him up for his third wicket. Excellent spell this by Subhash. Iran all out for 79. Massive victory this for Nepal. Clinical performance with both the bat and ball.
Nepal picking up a win over here of the first ball of the first game in this ACC Under-19 Premier Cup. And what a performance it has been. Nepal batted first, got 353 out of their 40.1 overs, Nepal. And then an impressive bowling performance from Nepal, from their spinners specifically, getting Iran all out for 79.
Handshakes all around, clinical performance, very happy Nepal dugout starting their campaign with a win. Sure, there have been a lot of positive takeaways for Iran as well from their win. The Pacers started off well, picking 2 wickets, but eventually Nepal outplaying Iran.
So congratulations to all the Nepalese fans that have been watching this game today. Impressive performance from their team with the bat and with the ball.
Nepal has always had large fans following their cricket. They've been a pillar of strength and support to their national teams, both senior and junior, and we are sure that the trend's going to continue.
Batting first and getting 353 in 40.1 overs. They would have been a little bit disappointed to not ban out their 50, but impressive performances from Dave Kanal, the captain, with 100 of just 60 deliveries. Keeper Prakash Dubre, the keeper, getting 59 of 44. Keeper Bora getting 65 of 59, and Dipesh Patel getting 29 of 60. For bowlers for Iran, Salman Niazman had a good start. He went away for a lot of runs in his first 3 overs, but coming back with 3 wickets for 62. Sada Rahman Raisi getting 3 wickets for 67. Zaid Raisi, the pick of the bowlers, getting only 2 wickets, but very economical, only for 40. And Saman Sheikhi getting 2 wickets for 68. In return, Iran only managing 79 runs in their 30.5 overs. Amir Korsan, the only batter really that managed to get some runs. early for them, but look at that bowling card from Nepal. Dipesh Patel getting 3 for 4, Subhash Bhandari 3 for 6, Hemant Tham 2 for 19, and Akash Chand 2 for 27. That's the story from here today. Nepal registering their comprehensive victory in their first game. So thank you very much for everyone who joined us for the coverage of this first game. Join us momentarily for the presentation ceremony. Thanks for watching.